Skoom. All right.
Woo! What's up, everybody? My name is Big Skoom. That over there is
Courage on the Dawn.
and you are watching.
You're tuning in to Skoom Speech.
Yes, sir. I got some good things to talk about today. I hope you guys are having a great day. Tyler, let me try a cigar. It's freaking an amazing cigar. It's absolutely amazing. If someone asked you, not even written down, if someone asked you, why do you smoke cigars, Tyler, what would you even tell them?
I enjoy it.
Like, why don't I? Fudge.
Yeah, I really enjoy it. Like, I enjoy it so much to the point to where, like, I'll go a few days without smoking a cigar and then jump back into just one random one. I'll just reach in my fridge and just grab one and light it up. Sometimes I don't even look at the bands. I'm just like,
oh, damn.
Just grab it and just see what I get.
That's gangsta.
Yeah.
All right, so my first thing here, if you refuse to follow anyone, does that automatically make you a leader? And that's a question. I repeat.
Well, no, it could also make you just insubordinate and you don't want to just do anything that anyone says.
All right.
Because
give me more arguments. Why else is it now?
You're only a leader if you're giving other people orders to do something.
For fun here, what about, hit quotation marks, what about leading yourself?
That's gay.
Okay, fair. That's why I did quotation marks. All right.
You're not telling other people to do something.
All right.
I'm going to lead this cup to my mouth.
All right. So, but in order to still be a leader, you would still have to not be listening to someone, correct? Like, let's say,
in order to be a leader, you have to be able to be talking to people that have the freedom to tell you no. Or else you're not really a leader. There's a lot of like, what is it called? Something-ism, ism. Inhuman.
Feminism.
No, not that. No, freaking. It's like,
go ahead, Queen.
What a lot of leaders used to do, anti-Semitism or something like that.
Hedonism?
No, I'm gonna draw a blank. I'm gonna butcher it, but it doesn't matter. If you're the leader, right? I'm gonna do leader of a militia. Any of those people have the right to tell you no, and they don't just don't have to go through your thing. But not because if they're underneath like contracts and stuff like that, then they have no choice but to follow what you're saying.
All right, Tyler seems pretty
complex about this.
No, I was gonna say one. You seem like talking today. You seem
I'm not talkative. My bad.
No. I'm gonna use that to my advantage.
All right, good.
I'm gonna use that to my advantage. Tyler seems really talkative today. He seems pretty opinionated today because usually you're like, it's whatever.
Yeah.
He seems opinionated, so I'm gonna use that like to play with to use because I want to have a conversation like that.
I got energy today.
Yeah, it seems like it. So
time today, kid. That's something to watch.
So first I brought it up. You said no. You gave a point. Yeah. I came back with that point with saying, for someone to be a leader,
you have to have somebody that's willing to follow.
Well, we're just talking about the one person.
Yeah, sure. But no, you can't lead yourself.
Well, no, I don't mean that either.
All right, sure. I would say debatably, but
Tyler's spicy today.
It doesn't sound that good though. Like,
no, this is good. So let me complete my thought, and dude, I'm gonna give you a whole bunch of time. I just want to bring this to one thing, and then we'll expand it because you like to think outside the box. So let me try to single it in, and then you'll go ahead and get all abstract.
I got chocolate.
Dude, that's such a good cigar. So, a leader. Here's the point I'm trying to make. Potentially, anyone who is a leader, one thing that makes them a leader is that maybe they don't listen to other people because if they were listening to someone above them. Well, no. Sure. If they were listening to someone above them and then took what that person gave and then said just what that other person said, like to the people who follow them,
sure.
Are they a leader then? Probably not, right? No, I'm just regurgitating whatever I was told. That's not me being a leader.
I would call that almost ignorance if you believed that made you a leader.
I like that. I love that. Yeah. I love that.
So no, that definitely doesn't work.
So
if that was where I was going to head anyway, but I'm sure that you already knew that. But
so I want to bring it back to this quote because then I feel like it almost has to go hand in hand.
Okay,
if you refuse to follow anyone, does that automatically make you a leader? And the point
no, because I don't know. I still feel like you could just be defiant and just not, just not. And
well, you're right with that. But since the fact that I am doing that
you're
point,
leading yourself away from what you don't want to follow against, sure. But
let me ask a better question.
Sure.
It's like what I'm trying to do right now is saying, for example, to make a cake, I need eggs, right? Like in theory, right? I know you can use bananas and vegan stuff or whatever, but I need eggs to make a cake, right?
Sure.
So don't I need this point?
We already agree that ingredients are debatable then.
Well, that's true.
Right?
Damn, that's a good point.
Right. So there's not really much ingredients
point.
whenever you're being a leader. I mean, of course, you could try the trial and error route.
Well, that's not true.
You don't think so? You can't try the trial and error route?
No, but I meant there is a formula to being a leader.
Sure.
Well, I shouldn't say formula, but to be a great leader,
right.
There's a formula.
Well, there's definitely a definition of being a leader by itself. That stands alone. And then there's these, like you say, abstract things around it that are like, oh, well, he's a leader, but he doesn't do very well. Or whatever, all these things. But do you think that a janitor could be a leader?
Well, like you said, he needs a duality. He needs people who aren't him to lead.
See? He would need other, janitor juniors to tell him to go tell him what to do. In order to be a leader, you got to be in a management role or that,
Since that part
role-taking action. If that role-taking action isn't there, and it's just, oh, I'm in charge of myself, well, that's not very impressive. I know people that are in charge of many people, and that's kind of more to show.
I'm gonna try and make it. I'm gonna talk to you and see if we agree on one point,
mm-hmm.
and then if we do, we'll move on to the next part. But first, I want to take out these 2 points that you keep bringing up.
Okay.
We're gonna take out leading yourself doesn't count,
right?
Because that is freaking crap.
Yeah, right. So you do agree
that's crap.
That doesn't matter. Right.
I'm not saying that doesn't mean you're not a leader. Just
right.
It's not.
You need people to abide by your rules or say so in order to be a leader.
So those are the 2 points I want to take out.
Sure, fine.
Not leading myself and not having other people to lead. Mm-hmm. Back to the eggs and cake thing.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see if you agree with this.
Mm-hmm.
One thing that I need to be doing fundamentally to be a leader is I need to be refusing to follow someone else. Do you agree with that?
Sure, I would agree with that.
Hell yeah. All right, next one.
Plain and simple, like, just leave it at that, I would agree with that.
So here's a good one, and we can build on this too. What do you think about risking, it's a two-parter.
Yeah, good.
What do you think about risking the future in return of the now, part B, I just rephrase it, or getting the upper hand or advantage with absolute knowledge of ruining the future?
Whoa. All right.
You want me to say, I'll say it again?
Yeah, sure. Say it again, because there's a lot here.
It's the same thing, but I just worded it twice.
Yeah, but it's like a wordplay here, but if you're not careful, then you're going to play a Riddler game over here.
I want your honest opinion.
Sure.
What do you think about risking...
Joker from Batman.
What do you think about risking the future in return of the now? Or getting the upper hand or advantage with absolute knowledge of ruining the future?
Yeah, why would you want knowledge to destroy the future? That would just
I love the way you unpack that.
That would just be a self-sabotaging thing.
In a sense, no, because I'm still getting something that's advantageous to me right now.
Perhaps, but does right now mean that much in comparison to in the future I can do whatever I want to or whatever?
Would you ever do that?
Sabotage the future?
In return of getting something right now? Would you ever do that?
Well, no. I mean, that would just be like...
You would never do that?
Well, no, because you could do anything to sabotage the future. You could break into someone's house and obviously commit a crime and then go to jail. So you sabotage yourself for the now, for the future of going to the negative part of what that would be.
Do you think doing that is stupid?
Yeah, I think that's very reckless. Very reckless.
Very reckless.
I think.
Is there a reason why the main thing you brought like the first thing that popped in your head was like crime?
Because it leads to chaos. Sounds like it would lead to chaos.
Interesting. You're so smart, dude. I really mean that. I really mean that.
What the heck? He's taking jazz on my IQ now.
No, there's so many reasons. Like, Tyler doesn't know why I'm asking this question. He doesn't know my intentions with this question. And to hear him say what he said off of instinct, it's just so many. The one that shows how good of a person he is. So what that is how someone has defined psychopathy, aka being a psychopath.
Sure.
Because I know there's many ways to define it, and probably the medical ways too. Like, but one way you hear is, oh, these people are, they don't have emotion, or it's really low, or things like that.
Sure.
Another way is worded like that.
Sure.
And to hear you say that, one, you would never do that. One, it sounds stupid, and two, it leads to chaos or crime. It's not anything that I thought about when I first heard it. I didn't think like that at all.
All right, sure. So what you bag it as? I want to know what the heck on the alternative universe over here.
You really want to know?
Yeah, of course.
Well, I'm...
Unless if you don't feel comfortable with sharing.
No, I'll tell you.
Okay.
I'm not a psychopath. I'm not. Well,
I don't think so.
Well, yeah. Well, I'm not a psychopath when it comes to feeling emotion. For example, though, like that, one, I'm desensitized to that because I've done that. I've certainly done that. You know me pretty well.
Yeah.
I remember one time.
Jeopardy all to get away with it for right now.
Yeah. And I remember you said just now.
That's why DJ Goes always says that. Like, yo, anytime that someone gets caught, that's not the first time doing it. That's just the first time getting caught. Which I always think so, boy.
There was a couple things you said. What did you say? Oh, yeah, you said that it leads to chaos. Like, you said this about me before. That, like, whatever, I seek out chaos or something like that. You said something like that. When we weren't talking for a while, and you were like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, you were just, yeah.
So when I first heard that, I'm like desensitized to it. I was like, I'm like waiting for the guy to keep talking. Like, all right, well, what's bad about that? And he's like, what do you like? All right, you said the sentence. What else?
Right. Sure.
So it's just interesting that your mind just automatically impact that.
Well, I mean, I agree. I mean, I think it's like, well, if the worst loss is just sitting in a cell forever, it's like, okay, shrug. Like, oh well, really? As long as what you were doing was worth it enough. Like, dude, if I'm sitting in a cell, it's going to be because somebody was messing with my people, and I survived because I had to help my people survive.
Why did you bring it to crime automatically, though? I still don't get that.
I don't know. That's just where my mind went. I don't know. It just sounded chaotic. And then whenever I think of
weird.
chaos, I think of, like, crime. Like
why couldn't it have been...
The Dark Knight, freaking the city's being taken over by all the silent people.
It's just, like, why couldn't it have been docile? Like, all right, yeah, I'm going to sacrifice, Oh, like it's a simple one.
Okay, sure.
Well, all right, never mind. We all do this.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, we all do this.
I mean, that was my crash course right there. So, off hearing this, no background or anything. So let me hear how we always do this, because you might be right.
I'm right.
I might be on something here.
Skoom, guys, I'm right. So, let me go out drinking. Tomorrow you're gonna have this bad hangover, potentially, but most of the time you will. So I don't get hangovers. You probably maybe don't get it. But, regular people or just in general, right? You're going to go out drinking. You're going to get slammed. You're going to have a horrible hangover. Look at a plate of eggs. No one want to puke. Some people feel like that. I always want to eat more when I wake up freaking after drinking a lot. I'm like, dude, give me everything right now. I need to eat everything to get back. But you're going to be hungover. You know it. But you're sacrificing that future for the now to get drunk.
I don't know about eggs, but I'm big in pancakes, though. Right.
After you're drinking, right?
Yeah, dude. The next day, just carbs and...
Yeah, it's the best.
Give me the home fries, the carbs. I want more pancakes. Yeah, dude, for sure.
You ever heard that if you don't mix alcohol and drink it straight, you, like, have less hangover because of the sugar or something like that?
Yeah.
I've heard that, too.
Absolutely.
I don't know if it's true or not.
I can attest to it. It is.
So, that's what we do then, right?
Drink your stuff out the bottle, kid.
What? That's what we do then, right?
Yeah, I mean, I guess in that scenario.
So,
sure.
By the definition I heard, that would be like a psychopathic or psychopathic, action.
Yeah, I don't know still. I don't know. I mean, you could convince me on it, but I don't know. Because there's so many ways to still avoid that. Like, okay, well, if you are somebody that gets hungover and you don't like the way you feel next day and all that, then just don't drink. Really, it's like a little bit of mental strength, but it's really so minuscule of mental strength that, like, trust me, you're not going to miss anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
You had me thinking. We talked about the chaos thing.
Yeah.
Because, like, I still do to a degree. Like, I search for chaos, whatever that means. And, I mean, it's pretty bad, too. Yeah, I do self-sabotaging things as well to myself.
Dang.
But, so, like, yeah, I want to hear about someone who doesn't or can clearly see that that's wrong for them. Like, why not? Why don't you?
Because maybe you don't like chaos. You don't like the adrenaline and all the.
What does that even mean, though? What do you mean you don't like chaos? Then what do you like?
Plain and simple, kid. I don't really talk much. Like,
It blows my mind.
dude, my life right now, like, I'm saving money, stashing it up, and I got big plans and stuff like that. So the less things that are inside of my negative space, I can fill with positivity. You know, I just fill that with positivity, man, and stay up, stay awake. Always be ready for whatever's gonna pop off next, and think of the quickest way to resolve it. Like right now.
I'm speaking in general here.
Yeah,
but
sure. Well, I was too. I wasn't getting. I was staying very
no.
situations. But.
I meant with what I was about to say because I don't want you to think that I'm attacking you.
No,
but like from what I've heard from you and why it's general is because if I heard that anywhere, the first thing I would think is like, where's the fight in that? Like, don't you want some sort of fight, or do you feel like there's a fight in your life?
No.
Yeah, don't you want one?
No.
Then what do you want?
I want success, and I'm going to stay focused on just that, and then leave everybody else alone.
With no fight?
Yeah, dude, who do I have to go against? Everyone's on my team. Everybody's on my side. Everyone I talk to on a regular basis, whatever it might be, they're all on my team. They know I'm headed in the right direction. They want to see me achieve that direction. So people just kind of stay out my way. Like, and the only time I talk to people is if it's about just the next few steps and plans or...
How do you define self-sabotage?
Staying positive, man. Self-sabotage is something crazy. So I really discovered what that was in my first serious relationship. And it's crazy, man. It's like, okay, a lot of people can't handle the normality that I actually do live upon.
All right.
Like, dude, come home, take a shower, drink a nice cup of tea,
Woo!
have dinner made up. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And just enjoy life. Live it low-key. Some people can't stand that, so they need social media. They got to fill all these voids, all these gaps, and get involved in whatever they can. All these freaking, man, it's just, in my opinion, so much time wasted that you could have been studying or exercising or something, doing something more productive, more positive for yourself. Everything else that takes you off of that positive path is just nonsense, really. And that's self-sabotage. That's getting involved in other people's drama and chaos. All that. I don't even have social media. I don't want to get in nobody's stuff.
Not relating it to the chaos thing and what we just talked about, but where do you find whatever it's called, excitement or enjoyment in your life, for you personally? Not related to what we just talked about.
Where do I find it?
Mm-hmm.
My excitement comes from achievements, man. Personally, achievements. Like, dude, today at work, we just bought a whole bunch of new equipment and stuff like that. That's going to be going directly back into the company and everything. That's amazing. Okay. Super excited about that. Every time we record one of these episodes, dude, I'm always like super stoked about that. Whatever, stutter, whatever. Psyched, stoked, whatever. You call it whatever.
Get it out, Ray!
Yeah. I love that, man. And I got so many things planned that I just can't wait to do with all my homies and my people, like my peers, people that have watched me now get to where I'm at, where I'm headed. That's where I get my excitement from. And the more achievements I can achieve, keep that excitement thrill high. In my opinion. Yeah.
I got a couple topics left. I want to hear what you have to say about this. And this is not really a question in it, so I want you to maybe try to find a question in it as well.
Good.
So I was watching this anime show, and the men didn't have any power. You still listening?
Yep.
And the women had all the power, like superpowers. They were the only ones who fought. And the men kind of sat around and didn't do anything. Like, is that a show that you would watch? Well, first, and then let me say I enjoyed the show. So let's throw that in there too.
All right.
Is that a show you think you'd watch? Maybe why do you think I watch it or other people enjoy the show?
Just rebuttal this real quick. It is an anime.
Oh, yeah.
The men are just super simple humans, if you will, mortals, right?
Yep,
and
very much so.
The women are super powerful and got all these cool things they can do.
And the only ones that fight.
And they're the only ones that fight physically.
Yep.
So it's like a female Power Rangers.
Yeah, pretty fair. Yep, bam.
So
I like the show. I really like the show.
Yeah.
Is that something you'd watch? Why do you think I liked it? Why do you think other people like it?
Because it's just so different. First, that's the first thing that one goes to, right? Like, yo, this is mad different, right? Like, we've never seen anything like this before where, you know, it's the women just crime fighting and saving the day and all this. And also, yeah, heck yeah, dude, most likely just because, dude, women. Like, dude, they're doing awesome, great things, overcoming all this chaos and everything all the time, right? They crime fight.
Well, it's mostly about. So the dudes in there, even though they have no physical power, they're the ones who get like a harem of women. Like they have multiple women. It's not a sexual thing in the show, at least, but they get a bunch of women, and the women are they do have superpowers, and there's like only a certain number who have superpowers, and it's like a I didn't really watch Hunger Games, but it's like a Hunger Games type of environment.
Sure.
We're all in this area,
Sure.
and basically it's like a fight to the death, free for all. But if we team up, then like our four can go against their four, and then the last one standing wins.
Yeah,
basically.
I mean,
but the men can't do anything. They don't do anything.
Still, either way,
It's
it sounds
encouraged and
interesting.
cheered.
I mean, like, I don't think that it's so much like, oh, people mainly tune into this kind of content because of the male or female aspect. I think it's just because of just what it is. You know?
It's like philosophical here.
Well, like we had said in the past, it's just like, I think we were talking about
Art.
Sure, art, but also why do women like to tune into TV shows whenever women are mainly subject to being victims and stuff like that? We thought about that in a few, by now it's probably 10 episodes ago. But I think it's the same reason, like...
And what he meant by that really quick was we were talking about crime shows and why do women enjoy crime shows when typically those crime shows that we're watching, the crime was against women.
Mm-hmm.
Just for some context.
Mm-hmm. So you did a really good job summing that up for me. But yeah, I think it's exactly that. And, you know, I don't think it matters in a superhero sense if you take the gender for whatever. I think even if it was a robot, I mean, there was big, what was that, My Giant Robot or something like that back in the 90s.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, people love that show too. I don't think it so much matters of the gender role or anything like that. I think it's just the fact of this select group of people stand for something good.
Yeah.
And that's interesting.
Okay.
And let's see how they overcome whatever is put in their way.
Okay.
Because we love watching people succeed at things, you know. That's why you might watch training videos or whatever. Watching people overcome something, be successful at something, it's exciting for all humans because we all relate with that feeling. You know, getting a good grade on a test or getting a raise at work or whatever, you know. Running your new fastest lap, whatever, you know. We love seeing other people overcome things positively.
So I got two more things. The first one is a great thing I just found out, and I want to share it with you. It means a lot to me, and I can't explain why. So, a spiral. Well, what do you think of when you think of spiral?
Candy cane.
Okay, that's a good one. So you get the point, right? It's something that goes in a circle and slowly goes up.
Spiral staircases, etc.
Yep. So,
first two things I think of.
What's like implicit in that symbol? Well, you can probably figure it out. What does a spiral mean?
Something either progresses or digresses, no?
Exactly.
I mean, in order for it to start, it has to start at the bottom and then work its way up.
And it's interesting because that spiral, it goes up slowly,
Mm-hmm.
right? So, like, let's say you're going up a spiral. You start here, you go up, and then you go back to where you started.
Basically.
And then think if you look down.
Yeah, it's just a circle. A tube.
Let's think about what we said again, because for me it was so profound. You start here, I go in a circle, and I end up right back at the same place.
But you're one level higher.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but for some reason, like that means so much to me. I don't know why. It's hard to explain.
Is that the largest distance you can travel in the? No, because there's ladders. I was gonna say, is that the most distance you could travel in the smallest area? I don't know. I still might debate myself on that.
It's so interesting you say that because
you got to do a full 360, so it's a large distance still, but you're covering a lot of distance from the first floor to the second floor, if you will.
well,
But at the same time, a ladder is pretty direct, but I don't know. I don't think you cover as much distance. There's more steps in a spiral staircase than there will be in a ladder. No matter the distance between one flight, which would be 10 feet or 12 feet.
Have you ever thought about a spiral in that way, or the way that we just discussed?
Probably not. Although
What do you think about it now that we just discussed it?
I did grow up around spiral staircases. Those things always blow my mind. I think spiral staircases are the coolest thing ever.
What do you think about now that we just discussed it?
Spiral staircases.
Okay.
Pretzel sticks. No, just kidding.
All right. Well, one of the last things I wanted to talk about for this episode was something I heard in Naruto.
Okay, cool.
Or Naruto, whatever.
Good deal.
So it's like how do you make world peace happen? What's the answer, T?
Good luck.
So in Naruto, they said, again, how do you make world peace happen? The answer they said was if everybody believed in it.
Yep.
That was pretty interesting.
Exactly.
Wouldn't it be true?
Yeah.
Well, 7 billion believed in it, then boom, world peace.
Well, I definitely agree with that, but I think it's much harder than that.
Well, dude, of course, yeah. But I just thought I thought it was pretty interesting.
If it was that simple, that would be an amazing thing. We could only wish.
Hey, maybe it is that simple. You just gotta believe.
Yeah, right.
Nice.
Living on delusion is not a good thing.
There you go, bam. What do you mean? We're all deluded, I thought.
We're all delusional, yeah, but it doesn't mean it's a good thing.
All right, everybody. Well, my name's Big Skoom.
Tell John the Don.
And this has been
Skoom Speech.
Have a great.
Thanks for tuning in with us.
Bye.